Hey traders, Raghee here, and in this recap video we're going to talk about the 30-year trade that we put on in the chat room not but a few days ago. And the reason I want to emphasize this trade is it's a different type of trade we put on in the room, and it actually uses options. And I think the timing for this discussion is perfect because I do want to mention that, of course, many of you know our sister site is Simpler Options, and John's doing a webinar tonight, kind of his 2018 outlook, and also, how do you utilize options? He's the best options trader I know. I probably single-handedly learned more from Henry and John being a part of the Simpler team than, my prior 25 years of being a trader. That's what kind of impact they've made on my trading. And I put on trades like this 30-year I'm going to walk you through. If you haven't checked this out, or you haven't thought about options before, it's a really good thing to have. And do Forex and futures traders need to understand how to trade options? Absolutely. And can you trade options using the lines and levels, the tops indicators that are free indicators that I teach you how to use? Propulsion, wave, grab, and Darvis? You bet. You bet. So let's talk about the 30-year here. First of all, this is a choppy market trade. The wave and the grab really clearly show you that we don't have a dominant single color at work. We haven't had one probably since the middle of October. So when you see blue, green, and red in quick succession and prices just kind of rambling with a lumpy wave, the 34 EMA wave, you know you've got a market that doesn't have the clarity of a trend. This particular choppy market had a triple bottom, double Darvis, triple bottom. Talk about letting the tools do the heavy lifting for you. There was no subjectivity here, no connecting dots that weren't already connected for you. Double Darvis, one here, one here. So I love that. That's another thing to help confirm the value of this level. So this would be the third time. It's triple bottom now. It was a double bottom then. Here comes your third hit. Now, the way that we sold off actually started to break the support level. So what I did is I utilized an at-the-money call on the 30-year. So that was a 149 call. Now, when we bought this, you can see this was the day right there on the 10th. On the 10th, the price averaged all over the place, but when this thing was actually selling off, before it snapped back up, this was an option you could have picked up easily for $1,700 to $1,800. Easily. It ended the day at 21. But you could have easily picked this up for 17 to 18 as the market was heavy and testing support. So timing matters here. Today, as the market popped up and hit 151, we were north of the $2,700 mark. So this is about $1,000 per option in a very limited risk way. In other words, when you buy an option, and all I did was buy straight up at the money calls. I'm very directional with my options trading, and I have stops on them. So I'm not always looking to offset the cost of the option, meaning putting on a put credit spread, although you could have easily done that here as well. But I'm looking for the market to go to 151, which of course could have opened up a butterfly trade as well because I knew where I thought prices would be contained by. So we hit 151, liquidated these things for about 2,700. And this is where you take your futures trading and you ask yourself, the way we were selling off, is there another asset class that will allow me to get long? And absolutely, an at the money 149 call did the trick. We liquidated those today. Great trade. And again, it's just a perfect example of why understanding multiple asset classes is such a big part of what we do. I trade futures and Forex. Actually, that was a spreadsheet that just popped up for a second. But I think it's really important to understand how to take advantage of other asset classes in currencies and in commodities, because sometimes they're just better ways, more risk control ways to capitalize on volatility. I'll see you in the next update.